guys, so this is Valerie at WholesaleNaturalBodyCare.com, and I'm coming to you guys today to talk about private label. We have had such an influx of questions regarding private label, so I'm going to break it down for you. So the question that a lot of you guys are asking is, what is private label? And I got some cheat sheet notes here to make sure I stay on point. So what private label is products that are available to you as a new business owner, whether you want to start your own line or whether or not you just want to sell your products in your local shop in the area that you live in, or whether or not you're starting an e-commerce site. You may want to start a Shopify website where you want to sell the products, but you want those products to have your company name on it. So that is exactly what a private label cosmetic company does, is offer you cosmetic products, which include body care, skin care, hair care. Sometimes it can be pet care, home care. Some private label companies offer candles, but they're products that a manufacturer makes that are available for you to put your brand on. So now how does that work and what are the steps for it? So how it works with us is that you can purchase our products to start a hair care line, or you can purchase our products to start a skincare line. But there are some steps, some things that you want to do before you get too deep into that. And so number one is trademark. You want to make sure that you don't come up with a name for your company or come up with a name to put on your products that someone else is already using, and then you end up getting sued. So what you'll need to do is, while you're sitting down brainstorming about the name of the company that you're all excited about, you'll want to go over to the trademark website and do what's called a test search. Now, their website is www.uspto.gov/trademark, and do what's called a test search. And test stands for Trademark Electronic Search System. And so once you go to that website and you go to the area that says test, you will begin to do a word search and also search for images to make sure that any idea that you're coming up with, that someone else doesn't already have that. The last thing you want to do is grab a name because it sounds good, and then you get in commerce and someone else is already using that name. So make sure that you do your homework first. You guys keep calling me and saying, okay, I came up with this name and I came up with that name, and then I recommend to you that you do this search, and you're like, how do I do that? So in order to start your own company, there's some homework that's involved with that. So I expect you guys to do your homework. So sit down with your pen and paper and start right there. Then after you've done that, you're going to have to pay a fee. So pay your fee and get registered. And then the process is somewhat lengthy, and you might want to, if you're thinking about getting on Amazon or selling your products in a large fashion, you may have to wait that out or come up with some snazzy name that you absolutely know no one is going to have. But still do that search first. Then after you've done that, then the next step for that, after you've registered and paid your $275, now you can begin to develop your brand identity. So what is brand identity? So, let's talk about Lay's potato chips. So Lay's potato chips is made by a manufactured company or a manufacturing company, but they have all different kinds of Lay's potato chips. They have barbecue Lay's potato chips. They have, maybe bacon and tomato, or they've got plain potato chips, they've got ruffled potato chips, they've got all kinds of potato chips, but you know that is their brand. And Mark just shouted out, they also have Doritos. And you're used to the name a Dorito potato chip because that's the brand identity. When you send someone to the store, you say, get me some Doritos. You don't say, get me some blah, blah, blah. You say, get me some Doritos. And that person, when they walk in the store and they're browsing the aisles, they're looking for that name, Dorito. And that's what your ultimate goal is to come up with a name that everyone will recognize you by. Then once you've done that, head on over to our website or give us a call, because this is when the fun begins. But you still have some work to do, because it may not be financially feasible for you to just say, oh my God, I want all these products in my name, and I want a hair care line, and I want a skincare line, and I want a body care line. you need to break it down, because if you say I want a skincare line, there are multiple skin types. There is the acne prone skin type. There is the sensitive prone skin type. There's the mature skin type. There's products for tweens. And all of these products will fit into a different category. And so now let's break that down even further. So for mature skin, you're going to need a mature cleanser. You might need a moisturizer, a daytime moisturizer, a nighttime moisturizer for skin that is drier. Most mature people want an eye cream or a serum or a moisture booster. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. And so you'll have a line for that particular skin type. And then if you say, hey, I also want to offer some products for people that have acne. Well, the people that have acne do not use the same products as the people that are mature, because the products for the mature skin are going to be richer. They're going to have more moisture in them. And the person that has acne, if you give that person the same products, those products will exacerbate their skin issues. And then let's look at the people with sensitive skin. There are certain active ingredients in products for people with acne that will irritate a person whose skin is sensitive. So you have homework to do, and then once you decide what product line you want to offer, you have to break that into categories. And so on our website, everything that's offered is offered in categories. And if you look on the menu, it says that. There's an indentation that goes in once you get to skincare. It kind of drops down, kind of like a tier. And then it begins to tell you that these are products for men. If men want to search for products with beards, click on this one. If men want skincare, click on this one. If you want skincare for acne, click on this one. And that's basically what you'll need to do to develop your lines. Now, price. Each line can cost quite a bit of money because there are things that you have to think about. Number one, each line will have its own brand name. So let's say, for example, on your mature skin type, you may want to call that the ultra rich skin type for the mature person. So that's going to have a label that says that. And so each one of the products will say products for the ultra rich skin type, cleanser, ultra rich skin type, moisturizer, ultra rich night cream, and on and on and on and on. So there's so much work to be done. And then there are logos. You have to create a logo that defines your brand's image. And be creative. Don't go getting something that someone else had, because that's another quick way to get yourself sued. Your brand needs to have its own identity, not what someone else is doing. And you want to be authentic. You want people to know you for who you are, and you want your logo to represent your company and not someone else's company. You don't want it to cause confusion in commerce. And so I think I've basically covered quite a bit today. If you have questions, back this video up, write down what I have said, and follow those steps. After you have gotten your logo done and picked out your products, then you have packaging, your labels have to be developed. Now let me just, before I close out, let me say this, because a lot of you think, wow, that's so many steps, and it is. But it all has to be done. Let's talk about labels. When you guys call us to do your labels, there are multiple steps. And let me walk it down for you. Number one, if you have a logo, you can send that over to us. But if you have 4 products in your line, each one of those products has to have a label designed for it, because the bottles are different size. Let me just show you while Mark is standing there. Come a little closer for me, Mark. Like, for example, this is your cleanser. So your cleanser has one size label, and you measure the bottle, height, and around to determine what size label goes on this bottle. Then you might have a mask. This is a mask. Doesn't go with this line, but I'm just showing it to you as an example. Same thing. The label that fits on this is not going to be the same label that fits on this. So someone has to sit down and take your logo and make it look good on this product, make it look different on this product. And then you may even have another bottle that looks like this, but this one is different from this one. So this one has to have a different label. And then you may throw in another mask or something like that. It just goes on and on and on. Whatever number of products you add to your line, each one of those labels is going to have a design for it. So when you all call here, I just want you to understand that we're not trying to just charge you guys because you did it one time. Yes, we did it one time, but clearly you can see that this label here is not going to fit on this, it's not going to fit on this, and it's not going to fit on that. So you need a different label for each one of these. Now, we do try to do it affordably sometimes by not charging you an exorbitant amount for each one of your labels. I've seen customers pay $500 up to $2,000 to have each one of their labels designed, and so it's not cheap to do that, and someone has to sit down and actually do all of that. So that's what is all involved with having your labels designed. So now I think I've covered quite a bit. Oh, let me just also say that another part of your branding is make sure that once you have a name that you can feel secure about, that you've done the test search for, that you also grab the URL. So go over to GoDaddy.com and buy the URL so that you can have your website. Hit up Pinterest and get that name there. Reserve that name on Pinterest so that you can also identify your brand on Pinterest. You'll want to do Twitter. You'll want to do Facebook. You'll want to do Instagram. And you'll also want to do YouTube. So you have work to do even before you guys get too excited about one step versus the other. Walk it down and do it all and do it right. And once you've done that, you know that you'll have a brand that belongs completely to you. So if you have any questions, this is Valerie at 256-746-9002, or hit us up on the web at wholesalenaturalbodycare.com. All right, this is Valerie saying goodbye.